Hi guys, welcome back to The Scary Door. I'm Bill, this is Chris, and today we are reviewing No One Will Save You.
It is about a socially awkward girl who lives alone in a small town who has been alienated from her community due to her troubled past. Bilbo, what do you think?
For an alien film, I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't the greatest film out there, but
Mm.
I quite enjoyed it.
So did I. The one cool thing about what the movie did is there is no conversation
Yeah,
in
she's very
in the
mute.
film.
Yeah,
There is no. I think there's one sentence spoke through the whole movie.
yeah.
I read the blurb as it was a home invasion movie, and I thought that'd be really freaky.
So you didn't watch the
So
trailer coming
I didn't
into
watch
it?
it. I didn't watch the
Yeah, okay.
trailer.
Yeah.
I didn't even read anything about. Oh well, that's all I got up to, and I was like sold. Like, let's check this movie out. You've already,
I watched the trailer and I already saw it before you
yeah,
mentioned it to me,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I had a fair idea what was going on.
yeah. It's I really, I actually enjoyed the movie more than I thought I would once I knew it was an alien
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I feel alien movies don't. They're not creepy to me. They're not.
The only alien film that I thought that was Signs,
Yes,
and
dude,
that's when I think
100%.
alien movie, I think Signs.
Yes.
But now this is not as good in my opinion, but it's definitely up there.
So early on in the movie, you learn that she lives alone. She's a little bit quirky with the.
Strange.
Yeah, she's a little bit strange. She's building a little town in her house. She gets excited with her little hobby of building a town, which is fine. You know,
Everyone's got their weird
everyone's
hobbies.
got their weird hobbies. And then, but you learn that something's going on with this chick when she goes into town. That the people of
What's her
the
name? Is it
town, her name
Br-
is Bryn.
Bren?
Bryn, yeah.
Bren.
So you learn when Bryn goes into town that the people are kind of they're very distant from her. They're looking at her very odd, and you think, okay,
Well, she's been polite to some people waving. No one's waving back.
yes, yeah, that's right. And before she even goes into town, she's practicing to wave and
Yeah,
smile.
yeah. And you think, what the hell's going on?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. And then she sees that guy on the lawn. He doesn't. He just rolls his eyes and turns away from her. So there's a little bit of conflict that you can feel like something's not right there. And then you see her spying. So you see the a police officer who is an older man and his wife, and she's kind of hiding behind the car,
yeah,
and she's like spying on them, and you're like, what the hell? I didn't know this was an alien movie, but before she goes into town, there's a mark on the lawn
that's right.
where it's the dead
Yeah,
grass, and she
yeah.
starts hosing it, and that's when it kind of clicked for me. So before, so before the shit hits the fan, really, before the alien invasion, you notice that
She goes to her mum's grave.
she goes to her mum's grave.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, and so because she's living in this beautiful home
Lovely house.
that's been left, it looks like something.
Is it their parents' house that they've just abandoned?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah,
And
okay.
she's inherited.
Is the dad dead?
See, I don't even know about the dad.
Okay.
The dad is, yeah, he's not in the picture at all. So the mum's dead, and then she waves to those people at the graveyard. They ignore her. She's acting socially awkward again. Then she gets home, and then that's when it's nighttime happens. That's when stuff happens.
Shit hits the fan.
Yeah, there's an alien. She hears noises.
I love that. I love the first like initial encounter of the
Yeah,
aliens. I love it. I
yeah,
love that the sprinting aspect when they sprint up the stairs.
yeah,
That scares the shit out of me.
yeah,
When someone's like sprinting at me, you hear the footsteps.
yeah.
That gets me.
It was really cool how she's looking down the stairs through that pane of glass.
In the head.
Yeah, it just turns to it and looks
It's
at
in the
it.
dark and you can't notice until it actually moves.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that was awesome.
Yeah,
And she freaks out. Yeah, the first encounter, very cool.
it was.
Very awesome.
How she was putting the was it that the first account when she was putting the blankets up, hammering them in, and nails were slowly coming out?
No, that was the next.
Okay,
That's the next night when.
fuck. Maybe I should have rewatched it properly.
Shame, 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 shame.
But that was cool.
It
That
was
was awesome. She doesn't know who to turn to. Again, she tries to go to the police.
They spit on her. Well, that lady.
Yeah, the
spits on her.
lady. So this is where it makes it interesting. Where you're like, what the hell? Like, why is she so hated in the town? And then second night, a massive invasion from the aliens happens.
Well, I loved the look of the aliens. I really liked the look of the aliens because they brought in the basic looking big headed green one
Yeah.
at the start.
Yeah.
Then they brought in the little one, that little creepy baby
Man.
one. He was cool.
Yeah, and then that big,
And then the big
lanky
lanky and he did all
mouth.
the symbols and shit.
That was creepy
It was so cool.
because they move in like a robotic kind of way.
Yeah, and
like the way
the
they.
clicks and the weird throat
Yes.
murmurs, the way they talk.
The
It's a
way-
very cliche, I guess. Alien, like the aliens look very cliche.
Yeah.
The flying saucers, the beams,
Yeah.
the the weird gargles and clicky sounds for the way they interact.
Interacting. Yeah.
But they do it really well in this film.
So for a movie that does, there's hardly any talk. There's no talking, like we said before, in the movie. So I think it really projects the sound of the aliens and what they do and
Yeah.
what happens there.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. It was really well done. I actually cannot remember the last movie I watched where there was no talking. I think Fantasia. Maybe I can't even remember, especially a horror movie.
No, I watched one recently, that new Johnny Woo film, Silent Night. Anyway, it was terrible.
Okay.
So we won't go there.
Okay.
For a movie with no dialogue, it was done pretty well. And then after, I think it was the second night of the invasion, it was the next morning. She walks there, like she goes back to town, and then you can tell the whole town's been invaded because all the locals are acting weird, and they've got that
Yes.
swollen weird thing in their throat. And then she comes across, I think it's the mail van, the mail truck.
Yeah, but before that, she goes. Doesn't she go to the church? And then they put their
They're
heads
all
back,
so
and then you can see that.
they're praying to something in the sky.
Yeah, and you can see that there's something in their throat.
Yeah. Then the night after that, the big alien gets involved. The cool one.
I loved when those big guys got into it, because when the little one comes into it, and because they come into that house because I'm guessing they know that she's killed an alien.
Yeah.
Because they try to take the body, they how he floats up and they're
Levitates
trying to
and-
get it. Yeah, and that little one comes in and harasses her, and then she runs outside, and then there's that big lanky one, and so you're starting to learn there's like different types of the same alien. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, but I thought that was cool. I thought that was really awesome with the different types of
I loved it.
aliens, and they've all got their like different little roles
Yeah.
and stuff. So she finally gets abducted, and then you learn kind of her past.
Yeah.
They're kind of looking into her. They kind of give her a
Her backstory then.
and kind of it's almost like a virtual reality experience.
Yeah,
where
yeah,
she's
true. She's
walking through her past and what happened.
yeah.
Then you see the cop. He's on his knees crying, and they're she's walking through the house, and she walks through the cops, and then she sees her younger self. Her friend pushes her over. She grabs a rock, and smacks her friend in the head. Kills her. So
That's why the town doesn't like her, obviously.
yeah. So the town are a bit freaking weird with her. So anyway, the end of the movie.
Wasn't a fan of.
How weird was it?
I didn't like it. I liked it when she got that virtual reality looking at things, I guess.
Yeah,
When she went back and saw what she did and kind of reminded her about her past. And then Carpen and everyone in the town was infected, but happy with her.
Yeah.
And then
So-
she was happy
Yeah.
and happy ever after.
Yeah,
with
so
these,
they're all living together
with
in
this
happiness, and
infected town.
then it shows all the flying saucers
Yeah,
in the air,
yeah.
like kind of monitoring
Yeah.
everything.
Very strange. Didn't like the ending, but
Ending was a little bit weird.
yeah,
Give us a score.
7.
Yeah, dude, same.
7 out of 10.
I gave it a 7 out of 10 as well. Pros and cons.
Pros was I loved the aliens. I liked the way they, I guess, not the cliche. It is a cliche alien film, but the way they did it, it really
Yeah.
paid.
I think,
Yes.
yeah. Sorry.
That's okay. So the aliens were really good. The acting, which was the way she just had to use expression.
Yeah.
She did that well.
Yes.
The visuals were awesome. So the end scene where they brought like the red light in when she was getting possessed looked really good.
Yeah.
The cons was some things didn't make sense when the town were after her and why were they after her. The endings, I just wasn't a fan of the ending.
Yeah.
I just wish they brought more of the alien, learn more about the alien aspect, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that was the interesting part of the film.
Yeah. I gave it a 7 because I was not expecting it to be about aliens. And when it was about aliens, I was disappointed. I'm not a fan of alien
Yeah.
movies, but when this one finished, I was very impressed. So my pros for the movie would be the special effects, but the special effects is also a con as well because I think the special effects close up, man, they looked amazing.
Yeah.
Like the facial expressions
Yeah.
of the aliens.
The eyes.
Yeah.
Glistening of their weird black eyes.
Yeah, like when she's up in the ship and like you kind of get a close up of the aliens, it looks so cool. But then at the start, where the alien was in the house, especially with the little guy kind of going through the house, it looked tacky.
Yeah.
But it also, I don't know, but it looked good. It's weird. So the special effects is both a pro and a con for me.
I think because it's an alien film, I'm not, like you said, you're also not into the alien.
Yeah, so that could be
Either am I, other than Alien, the movie Alien.
Yeah, true. But I think what was really cool, I liked how it was a deep message about self-forgiveness.
Yeah.
Like, I did enjoy that. So I was not expecting that at all. And then the other pro is the no dialogue worked out really well for this movie. Was not expecting. I didn't even know it was a no dialogue until about 20 minutes in. I was like, oh, okay, wow. No one's spoken at all. And then it clicked. I was like, okay, gotcha. So the cons as well was the special effects, the weird ending. It just didn't click.
It reminded me of like at the end of the movie, it was going to turn into like a musical.
Yeah, that's what it felt like as well.
Yeah, it was going to be like a happy musical.
Yeah.
Like she's like overly happy, and all these people are just overly like I just.
If it turned into a musical,
I'd
8
give
out of
it
10.
100%. I would have loved it even more.
That would have been like no dialogue, except for the end they just break out in tune. Amazing. That would have been the best. Surprise movie. It surprised me. It was not fantastic. It was enjoyable.
Yes.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, we'll see you guys later. See ya.
Bye.